take one single product, that's just like taking a word from a sentence. Whereas in the Amplex, we look at the full sentence.
Regenerative aesthetics is moving beyond isolated active toward complete biological systems that modulate cellular communication. Can you tell me more on a fundamental level how the Amplex system is working at cellular level?
Amplex is, as you know, is not a product. It's a biologically active platform derived from bovine colostrum, obviously developed by Dermoaroma. So this focuses on the entirety of the signaling molecules and not just a single growth factor, and that's what it's built on.
You built an entire portfolio around this platform. What is the rationale for anchoring multiple therapies in one biological system?
Consistency. What matters to us is consistency. And I think with this particular platform, we're able to deliver consistently a mixture of all the growth factors, cytokines, nutrients that are needed in order to anchor the multiple products that can be derived from it.
What makes this bovine colostrum origin a suitable biological source for this kind of platform?
Well, as you know, bovine colostrum is nature's first blueprint. It's what a mammal first takes for its growth, for its nutrition, etc. And one of the other things with colostrum is with mammals, particularly with cows, they are entirely dependent on milk transfer, unlike us in humans, where we have placental as well as milk transfer. So you have a concentrated focus, just all of that available in colostrum.
How does Amplex differ from the other approaches that isolate exosomes or growth factors?
It's like if you take one single product, that's just like taking a word from a sentence. Whereas in the Amplex, we look at the full sentence. So we want to have all of it, not just the growth factors, not just the exosomes. So this is the secretomes, which are, your cytokines and everything together. And that's why it really matters that.
And on a manufacturing standpoint, some people could be worried. How do you preserve the biological activity on one side while ensuring the consistency?
It goes through a robust manufacturing process. The colostrum gets taken to the factory within 24 hours, and it's a process of two ultrafiltration, one by size and the other by molecular weight. And then after that, it goes through a period of ultracentrifugation for 2 to 3 days, so we get our product. And what we do also is we test it. So we test it on production, we test it 6 months, 1 year, and then finally 3 years with the dynamic light scattering to see that we certainly have the exact number of components that we have at the beginning, and we also make sure that they're free from bugs.
The standardization is always a challenge in biologics. How do you ensure reproducibility across multiple treatments?
This is always the most important thing, and how we manage to do this is because we have a source control. Because of the manufacturing process, colostrum itself is very stable, and the Amplex then doesn't have to be, stored or lyophilized or frozen as such. It can be kept at stable room temperature to be preserved.
So how does Amplex integrate in your broader product ecosystem from a clinical standpoint?
Amplex is key. We call it almost like the mother well. So from it, we have multiple divisions. So we have our skincare regenerative side for hair restoration, for skin health. We have our wound care system as well. And then we also have the nutritional supplements that are also coming from the Amplex. So this is like our mother well, from which we have a lot of divisions which come from it, segments coming from it.
If you had to define Amplex in one sentence, what would it be?
So Amplex is a delivery of a signaling molecule which is captured, delivered precisely or with precision.
So it's not about delivering isolated actives, it's about creating a functional signaling environment that governs a regeneration. It's a shift from single molecule intervention to a system level biological communication.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we're moving away from a single molecule because we're giving the entire signaling part, because this is biology in action. whereas a single molecule has a specific role. Whereas this is, we're trying not to mess with what nature has got right when you have a combination, and that's why we're focusing on giving that entire signaling mechanism to our products.
I really believe your company is delivering what patients and physicians are expecting. I have no doubt you will be successful. Looking forward to see the next round of clinical studies and your growth. Congratulations for what you presented today. Thank you very much. Thank you.